Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reading an Arlecchino Listener by me. So let's get into it. You were waiting outside the house of the hearth, excited and nervous at the same time. You had zero idea how your meeting with the children would go. Would they like you? Was it necessary that they do? And why had Arlecchino decided to take you here? As far as you knew, it was not something that would be easy for her. At least it didn't seem to be. And as soon as she opened the door for you, and you went inside, everybody was gazing at you. Everyone. Like you were some otherworldly creature. Maybe you were indeed right, and it was incredibly difficult for Arlecchino to bring anyone to her place. But then again, that wouldn't explain why she did that to you. Were you special? Were you the exception? You would never know, and it was scary to think that you could be, with those feelings blooming in your heart. It was easy to deny them at first, to tell yourself they were just that, feelings, that had no purpose, and no basis whatsoever. But she was acting close to you. Right now she had invited you to a special place of hers, and now you were being introduced to her children. It was something different, something special. She held your hand as she led you inside, and one of the children tried to hide a gasp. And she internally cursed herself for doing so, but it was not like she could back away right now. What was done, and there was nothing she could do about it, except keep going like nothing had ever happened. And then, you were at her office. Just stay here for a while. The children are preparing dinner. Once they are done, we can eat together. Arlecchino, I have a question, if you will allow me, please. You say, pulling your hand away and looking into her eyes. And she looks at you for a couple of moments, and perhaps she can read your thoughts, because instantly she shakes her head, holding your shoulders. Not now. I don't want you asking anything right now. Perhaps later, I will be able to answer your questions. For now, I want you to let it go. And you conceded. Perhaps, even though she would never say please, or plead in an obvious manner, you could tell that she wanted this. There was a tiny hint of desperation in her voice, like she did not want to confront this right now, this reality and this question that you would confront her with. So, you would wait. If it made her feel better, then you would wait. And then, there was dinner. The children were speaking with you, asking you all kinds of questions like, when did you meet father? Or, how long have you and father known each other for? Does father like you? One of the younger ones asked, and you had choked on your salad, and Arlecchino had cleared her throat. Their siblings, treading the child up and telling them to quiet down. So it was easy to say it was an eventful dinner. The older ones, Lenny and Lynette and the others, they were calmer and more interested in your line of work, how journalism was, what your career felt like, and why you wanted to join them. So you told them how you met, how Arlecchino had saved you twice, and just how nice and kind she's been to you, and this is your own way of repaying that favor. They were happy to know that, and it seemed they were more comfortable with you after finding that out. It was not that they needed to be protective over Arlecchino. Arlecchino was strict and firm and more powerful than anyone that they've ever met. So, it was easy to feel like she was always safe and nothing could harm her. But they were still curious, and they still viewed Arlecchino as a parental figure. So whether or not they were protective of her, They were still curious about her life and worried in their own way, even if there was not much to be done on their part. And once it was over, you had just gone outside with her to have some fresh air, as she had said. You were happy with that. You didn't really demand much. And you got to meet a lot of cute children in the house. You got to know how much they cared about Arlecchino, and you got to see how she was as a parent, and how she was with those children that needed her so much. And as you gazed up at the moon, she stood close to you, letting out a soft sigh eventually. You may ask me whatever you wanted to. I suppose now was the right time. You took a deep breath, fidgeting, before turning towards her. Arlecchino, I know we're friends and we're partners, but my heart is telling me something else. I can't help it. I feel like there's something else between us. Something deeper. And I just want to know, what are we? What will you allow us to be? I'm ready to do a lot for you. I'm ready to be with you in any way you would like, but don't be cruel enough to trick me like that. Tell me what you think we are, and whatever you say, I will understand. She looked at you for a moment, then looked away, sighing deeply as she struggled to find the right words. To be quite honest, I do not know. It is difficult for me, as I have not felt this way in a long time. The children already made it obvious that I did not bring anyone, ever, to the house. Perhaps some partners, yes, but never in this way. And, to be quite honest, you have made me feel things I have not for a long time. So I suppose your questions are warranted. And as for my answer, I would prefer to say that we are not strictly friends or partners at work. Maybe we could be something more. If you would like that, then I too would like to confess that I would be happy to be something more with you. She said. She still could not look at you, like she was struggling with being this vulnerable. But you were overjoyed, and it was visible on your face, and the way your body behaved, because the next thing you knew you were hugging her, nodding into her shirt. Yes, Arlecchino, I would be so happy to be with you. I really would be. I know this is new to you, probably, but it's new to me as well. But you're worth it. You're worth trying for, and I want to try this. I want to see what we could be. I want to see us. She smiles, her hand caressing your cheek. Me too. I would like to see us, Mayan, as lovers, not just as partners. And at that moment, that's when everything in your life had changed forever.